So the first type of art I was introduced to was movies, or filmmaking, that is, or just movies in general. I used to watch a lot of movies with my parents a lot. Every weekend I would binge watch tons of movies. I think the first one that inspired me and got me really intrigued was Star Wars and The Last Mohican. And when I watched it, I think at the time I was so mind blown how they were able to capture and film. At that time I was only like 5. I was just mind blown how things were put together, and I always questioned my dad, but my dad didn't know like all the answers. So we go online. At that time it was like dial-up, you know, it just took forever to find information on the internet. We looked some stuff up, went to the library and looked up on how film was made and how Star Wars was made, and George Lucas had this book that he released on how, like, behind the scenes, and I was so intrigued in this little book, and that kind of sparked a new path for me in pursuing the arts in a way. So I grew up in Torrance/Gardena out in South Bay, Southern California, and high school was cool. I was able to explore a lot more at this time. I understood the disabilities I had growing up because I'm dyslexic, so fitting in was something very major to me at the time. It was really stupid, but at that age, you know, fitting in and feeling like you want to be like everybody else, except I had the disability that I couldn't fucking read, which is kind of like sad in a way, you know? You couldn't understand it, but when I got into high school, I figured out what it was. For me was I wanted to self-discover, but at the same time I wanted to be likable. Me being likable and me being the weird kid I was back then, and still am probably, it was hard to relate with them, you know what I mean? I had interests that nobody else had interest in. I was really into collaborating and doing work and putting like finalizing an art piece together, finalizing an event together, something like that. But no one was down to do anything. No one was motivated to do what I wanted to do. So fitting in with that kind of stuff, it was really hard for me. I think at that time when you were trying so hard, it was not cool. When you tried to do something that's different, when you tried to do something that was abnormal to the rest of the school or the rest of the community, it was like you're an outcast. It sucks. I applied as a business major to Cal State Long Beach, so to use that to my advantage, I was asking around what was the route to take to figure out where to land yourself in like the business department of filmmaking, like running the studios or figuring out how to put, you know, things together for film. No one had a fucking idea what the hell I was talking about. The business department told me to go to the film department. The film department told me to go to the fucking business department. So I decided, fuck it, I'm just gonna learn shit on my own. So I skipped business classes to crash film classes, and I got myself involved with American Marketing Association at Cal State Long Beach, AMA. They said, oh, we do internships across the world, from entertainment to like talent agencies, so all over, any type of firm or agencies, they had professionals come in and talk and provide internships. Like, oh, awesome, you know, let me dive into this area, you know, marketing, you know, relates to commercials, advertisement, that's close to film enough, let's see where this goes, you know. So I got involved with this org. One of the first speakers I spoke my freshman year was a guy named Carl Choi. Carl Choi was a talent manager at this agency called Plan C. I was like, oh cool, they have a couple artists that I'm somewhat aware of, Jin, the MC Jin, Far East Movement. I heard of them when I was in high school or something around there. They were doing a lot of like underground Asian hip hop, so I was like, oh that's cool, you know. Landed an interview and I met Far East Movement. And from there, we clicked, and it was this is a life changer for me. It was something completely, a world that I was not familiar with, and this is when I did not give a fuck about school anymore. I've hopped on board with FM. Most of my stuff I did was related to the business side of promoting FM. Now, at this point, I completely forgot about film. That film thing just kind of put it back in my mind. So I got introduced with ISA, International Secret Agents, which is a concert they put on with Wong Fu. And they had a program called Force of the Power, which was to bring students together who weren't privileged enough to learn the arts. And I thought that was amazing. That was one of the, I guess, more fun experiences I had, was seeing young people come in and learn something that they couldn't learn because either their parents didn't allow them to, or they didn't have the funds to do it, to take piano lessons or whatever it was. And what's cool about this is that we brought in big names at the time. We brought in like FM to teach how to make music and DJing, right? And we brought in like Wong Fu how to teach filmmaking, and we brought in David Choi how to write music, or Jennifer Chung, or tons of other very big influential Asian artists at the time on YouTube. So comes to graduation time, I made up my mind. I really wanted to go into film and figure out what it was, because the more I hung out with ISA and Wong Fu, the more I wanted to pursue filming it. That's like, I always wanted to do it. And I let all this experience that I learned, which is great, you know, it's awesome that I learned all this stuff, but now it's time for me to go back to what I originally intended to do in life, was to make films, to make movies, to make video clips, to capture moments with a camera. And FM was super supportive with my decision. And I was like, fuck yes, I'm gonna do it. No matter how long it takes me, I'm gonna fucking do it. So I go out, I'm volunteering Wong Fu, helping him out doing sets, learning as much as possible about the indie film industry at the time. It was small budgets, everything we did was like in-house, everyone worked very close together, everyone wore like 5 hats, you know. You're a director, camera operator, lighter, you did everything. Everyone was working together. It's funny because I started realizing this, like, wait, this is my whole life, I've been always trying to fit in with the rest of society. And I think indie route and being part of this YouTube community where everyone works very close to each other as a small business, grassroots, was my home, you know. And this is where I met Daniel Kwan and a bunch of other people you guys are probably familiar with within the YouTube industry. We all met on this Wong Fu shoot for David Choi, and I met all these guys who actually went to my college. They were from my university, Cal State Long Beach, who pursued film, and met Daniel Kwan there and a bunch of other guys, and we're like, hey, why don't we do projects together? So we come together and we create this group called Formula Arts, where we provide services for other YouTube artists. We decided to take AJ Raphael's Red Roses album and shoot a 13-episode musical.
There you are with your light brown hair. Apologize cause all that I did was stare. And no, I'm not a creeper, I swear that I'm a keeper. I'm just glad you noticed that I was there.
Sally! At the end of the project, it didn't come to complete because our last episode corrupted and we got discouraged. So we scrapped the project because it was incomplete. But one of our members in Formula Arts said, JustKiddingFilms is looking for help. Like, yeah, sure, I never worked with them before. And we went out to the shoot, me and Daniel. We drove into this alleyway, like hoping this is the location. And we see, you know, Bart half naked, this crop top. And Joe, same thing, these short shorts. Are like, what the fuck is going on? And it's the video for Car Wash. I get out of the car, I see another guy in this beanie. He had a mustache, long hair. And I came up to him and I say, hi, I'm Tom. And he's like, I'm Casey Chan. I'm like, Casey Chan? And I put the two together, like, you're the Casey Chan who wanted to help out FM shooting music videos with them. Like, holy shit. Because I always see Casey's name on these like call sheets and stuff like that when I was working with FM, but I never knew the guy. I never met him, but the kind of small world, right? And ever since that shoot, my relationship with JK got stronger and stronger, and I vibed out with them a lot more than other people. And me and Daniel like, let's do JK. So after a year of working with JK, we shot out a message to the public saying we're looking for people who have hands-on experience on the film industry, who are willing to gain experience on set and working with JK. And we had tons of people apply. And I came across this name called Michael Chu. Michael Chu worked in the industry, had great experience in the film industry, and then we accepted him, called him in onto set. It was a music video shoot for Little Craze. And after that, Michael became part of the family. After all these years of me wanting to fit in with people and trying to fit in with people, I came to the realization it doesn't make any sense. Why? Why do you have to be like someone else? You can be inspired by someone, but being part of a social norm or being part of everybody else who thinks the same, who fucking dresses the same, you know, like you had to do this or you're outcasted, you know, that shit was dumb as fuck. What makes you different from someone else is the awesome part. What makes you different is what makes you unique. And for me to realize that JK was where I wanted to be was the reason, because JK itself, everyone in JK is different. Everyone has different interests in life. But together we work, we have the same goals. We're like-minded, we're open-minded to many people's interests. And that's what makes JK unique. And that's what makes me want to join JK and being part of this family. I think being unique and different is important to make your life interesting. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys like it, give it an awesome thumbs up, because Casey did an amazing job putting together this How We Met series, and there's still more to come. And I got to share a lot of stuff I usually don't share with the general public because I like being behind the camera. But if you want to get to know me a little bit more, check out my Instagram right above. And much love and respect to all you JK film supporters out there, and JK News, and JK Party, and JK Gamer, and Ask the Dills, and all the other JK stuff. Much love and respect to y'all, because without you guys, we wouldn't be where we are today. So, much love y'all. And leave in a comment below, because if I have time, I'll come down there, talk to y'all. If I'm not editing or if I'm taking a break, tell me whatever, I don't care. I like talking to people. So, to check out other JKF videos, click right over here, because there's still a lot more videos to come. So, enjoy watching. Enjoy. Right over there. Peace out.